Good morning, everyone. This is the Group 11 report for Comp 2310. So in this report, we were tasked under the position as junior investigators, and we were given the role to investigate a suspect's computer. We investigated the memory data dumps, the network, and the mobile data, just to see if there was any suspicious activities. So to start this off, we've gone and split ourselves up into three groups, and for this, I myself will be covering the first half of the networking section. So in this investigation, we used Wireshark and Visual Studio Code. Wireshark was used as our main basis of operation, where we went through and analyze the data, and then Visual Studio Code was just a further tool to help us break down the code and present it in a more readable format. So the results of this investigation, so covering the first half of the investigation, a fair chunk only required Wireshark, and half of it did require Visual Studio Code. So for the first question, our host was Hewlett P, which we found through the SMB field in Wireshark. We were able to process packets, we were able to browse them under the source in the Ethernet section, and we were able to, for the second question, locate two emails sent through the POP field, which had two fragmented packets containing an image and a GIF respectively. And the third question for that one, the image and who was the identity behind the image, that would have been Shirley Manson, which we found through VS Code. On the previous slide, you'll see a Visual Studio Code file with the name sort of circled, and that image is presented on the right.
We found the size of the image file to be 74 kilobytes on the suspect's email. The exact image that we found is obviously on the right, and we found this by typing the pop filter in the filter stream for the Wireshark capture, and we scrolled all the way down to one of the highly fragmented packet sections and clicked on them. Simply looked at the TCP stream, found a big chunk of the base 64 encoded data, chucked that into CyberChef, baked it, and saved it as a JPEG file on the computer to get the image you have in front of you. Furthermore, after doing a keyword search through the Wireshark filter, which was set to string, we searched for National Geographic, which helped us deduce that the magazine the user read had something to do with crocodiles, due to multiple packets having information about crocodile photos taken by National Geographic, and words such as crocodile were searched and linked to the magazine were also found. And that's what we think the user reads. And I think the name that we deduced was When Crocs Ate Dinosaurs. Lastly, the news website that the user visited was MSN, Channel 9, Facebook. That's it. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Cameron, and I investigated the traffic data of the suspect's phone. For the process of the digital investigation, I used Midterm Proxy and Visual Studio to investigate the user's traffic data. Midterm Proxy is a free and open source interactive HTTPS proxy that can be used to investigate network data. Along with that, I used Visual Studio to help make searching for data such as keywords more ergonomic by creating a Python script that searched for keywords within packets of data and would notify me whenever a keyword was found through the terminal. For the investigation results, after using Visual Studio and Midterm Proxy, I was able to investigate the mobile phone traffic data, and I was able to conclude that the user had an Android phone, specifically a Samsung Galaxy A7 2017 phone. The user was in Australia during the time of traffic obtained, and that was concluded by the IP address. The user also had a lot of interaction with a website called http snappy.appypie.com, where that's an application that enables users to create mobile applications. And the suspects shared a lot of information with that website, such as their location from Macquarie University and their phone specifications, such as their phone ID number, model, and other phone specification details. And although there's no clear indication of any incriminating evidence, the application made on snappy.appypie.com may provide further insight into what the suspect was doing.
Max and I were tasked with the memory forensic part of this investigation. I personally took on the first 3 parts of this section, which was finding out about search indexer process, seeing what processes were running in a hidden state and reporting them, and then checking what directories were last accessed by the user. Starting things off, I utilized the Windows command prompt and volatility software to access the dump file that was provided. I then utilized the image info command so that I could see the profiles and other images pertaining to this device. This is shown just top left there with the command above it. To find the image index, the search index, I used the command string find and the PS list, so I could find the specific string for the search indexer process, and so I could list out the information needed. Following this, I then used the command psx view, so I could see all the processes that were running on this laptop thing. Immediately, this displayed a table of all the processes, and then all I had to do was find the one that was running while in hidden state. Immediately after, I utilized the shellbags command, which then depicted all the directories that was accessed by the user, and all I had to do after this was to search through the directories and find the last one that was accessed, being the most up-to-date date. In conclusion, the investigation came up successful with the data I was tasked to find, that being search indexes data, which was the offset of 0x851640030, the PID 2032, the PPID 480, the date, which was 2018, the 10th of the 23rd, and the time being 8:30. And there was 2 suspicious hidden state processes, this being, they both had the same name, so csrss.exe, which was, they're both running, and and the final directory that was accessed was trawl2 on 2018th of the 10th to 19th at 9:03. And now on to Max.
To continue from Declan, I had to find if there are any open ports that appear suspicious and locate which open ports were on the result page after using the netscan command to find if there are any IPv6 processes that utilize this. This research was conducted using the volatility tool with the -f command alongside the use of the profile command so that a specific profile can be used to access the information. Netscan is a plugin in volatility to enumerate network communications to our system, and this will bring up all the processes and what the connection is responsible for as well as the status for this connection. After conducting research and analyzing the data, this piece of evidence has presented no such suspicious activity within these ports, as well as running through their important Windows processes such as svchost.exe, services.exe, and system. Windows requires all these apps to run, although this could be done on purpose so the intruder can mask themselves as a normal part of the system, but no such evidence can be brought up through a simple netcan search. This overall seems to be a normal running computer without any problem, and should be no concern on the activities that are occurring within this computer. Thank you for listening.